we were still getting dynamite from some areas, and it was as efficient, as effective as the latest day explosives. Modern era ammonium nitrate based and the electronic detonators, you could see that ammonium nitrate, urea, years past, nobody cares about it. But I can tell you that these officers here now today, when they hear ammonium nitrate, they will arrest all of us before handing us over to either NSA or the police, the EOD, or anti-bomb, the EOD, Explosive Ordnance Division. I tell you one thing, science, engineering, technology is evolving, and we have those of us that have our hands on. I'm not a classroom man, like I've said, even though I hold a master's degree. I've lived all my life. I've transited from mortuary to the graveyard because I handled explosives and I'm manufacturing explosive today. Therefore, it is a very good transition from the mortuary to the burial ground, because anything that happens along the line, you are gone. Ammonium nitrate, from the name, is a combination of nitrate, the nitrate of ammonia. You have series of it. The strength differs. You have the low grade, you have the high grade. I'm not talking of low explosive or high grade explosive, but you have the low ammonium nitrate that translates into urea used for agricultural purposes, and you have the high grade HDAN, which we use for explosive manufacturing. The security apparatus, they've begged Nigerian manufacturers to make explosives that will live for only 1 year because of insurgents. I can tell you that the Yayan blast, we saw explosives there. And I can tell you that it's from inside. Ashaka was boggled, Ashaka Makase was boggled, and these people took away explosive from that place. Therefore, in the wisdom of the security people, they begged everybody manufacture within a year and the potency drop. Therefore, ammonium nitrate is so important. The range, I will give you the mixture of explosives, but I'm not going to give you the percentage range, so that you don't go and produce it and feel that you are doing something good. But I will give you some of the chemicals needed. Therefore, ammonium nitrate will still come to it. Electronic detonator. Before electronic detonator, we used to have detonating cord, detonating fuse, which to a large extent is the surest initiation device. Surest in the sense that the whole length, the grammage from 6 grams to maybe 40 grams, Julius Baga was using 40 grams on those days, and some of the oil industries were using heavy loaded. That is gram per meter. 6 grams is what we need. Those of us 6 to 10 grams, we don't need more than that, because the whole is loaded with PETN. PETN itself is high explosives. Therefore, the message goes like between 7,500 to 9,000 meters per second. Therefore, if you light it here, you are talking of 9 kilometers away. You're going to get the message. Therefore, you can even use it to, in some crime, they use detonating cord to cut trees. They tie around with the lead, the fire, the tree will come down. Now, we have different types of explosives, different types of ANFO. You have ammonium nitrate fuel oil. That is the very popular one, heavy ANFO. It used to be 96 to 4%. 4% of fuel oil and 96 of ammonium nitrate. You mix it. You have to watch for some qualities. If you mix it and you can't beat experience, and you try to hold it, you dip your hand into it and you drop it. If you have ingress of the material on your hand, it is not a good ammonium nitrate. But the young engineers will not know this. When you dip your hand like that, you hold it, the ball size of it, and you drop it. You should have a clean hand. When you have a clean hand, that is to tell you that you have good, is an ammonium nitrate that has good absorbent property. It has taken in all the oil. The oil is the fuel that we sensitize to move. But when you have it holding on to your hand, my friend, you may have a bad blast. It's cost effective, but these days, I won't deceive you, the cost of high explosive and ammonium nitrate is almost at par. Therefore, it's advisable that you ratio it when you want to. We are moving now to bulk explosives in Nigeria. That is a liquid explosives. It does not become explosive until when it gets into the coal. It's not yet popular, but companies like Obajana, Dangote generally, Shegilola, and few others are using it. We are coming out with a better way. It's going to be a truck, just like a trailer, with reservoir at the back, having 3, 4, 5 compartments, one for the batteries, one for the gassing solution, one for the doping material, and the other one for maybe aluminium. Aluminium is so expensive, therefore, trade secret, we will not add it, it may just be in the container. But if we know that the hardness of the rock is more than 7, we'll just give you chin in the mix. Therefore, the foreign material will go through an auger and into the hole, we use it to blast. Therefore, you have the ammonium nitrate-based slurry, you have the ammonium nitrate-based emulsion. Ammonium nitrate-based is mixed in water, very sensitive with some sensitizers. Like I said, I will avail you with all those details, but not with the issue. The emulsion is oil-based. That one is very funny because you are bringing 2 oils together and they must mix. Look at if you are bringing Ororo and you are bringing red oil together and they have to mix and because becomes homogeneous, you should know that the drive motor will do a very big job. It rotates in like 3,000 rev per second to get it mixed together and one. Therefore, cartridge explosives, like I said, that is either slurry or emulsion, but this is emulsion now. The VOD, the velocity of detonation, that is the explosive is just near expansion, chemical expansion. That's the basic thing. You know, when it gets the message, it expands, go through the crevices and shatter the rock. That is why in gemstone you have to use smaller sizes like 25 mm, 32 mm. When you have a thick overbody and you want to get rid of it, you can use bigger sizes between 50 to 60 mm to loosen the soil, bring in your either scraper or bulldozer, or you see, a mining engineer, you combine a lot of things.
I do it.
Bringing machines again to the field, there is no money anywhere. You must know how to use one plant for 3-4 jobs. A payloader can serve as a grader. A payloader can serve you as a water bowser. A payloader can serve you as a truck to convey your explosives, not truck for human being. No. When I was working in Lafarge some 20 years ago, and they started bringing in
Please help me to do
all
the
these
recording.
new machines with AC.
Please, I will come
The
back.
first thing my
I will
GM
take my
said
products there.
was that, Yomi,
Thank you.
I'm not going to give you all
I
this
will
truck, all
listen to
this
it after the
bulldozer
event.
and payloader with AC. They removed the AC because of the carelessness of our operators. They will just slip off. They will just slip off. Therefore, it was first of all, they removed all those fancy, the internet connection. They removed everything so that we were bad. But I think things are improving now because we are bringing in learned people as operators. Therefore, apart from dislodging overboarding with bigger sizes, gemstone, you need smaller sizes. Therefore, in initiation devices, that is safety fuse. Safety fuse in those days, I can tell you that the safety fuse brought in by Ashabu, we still have some going around. It may be difficult. I said it, I know what it is. You don't need more than 1-2 meters. A meter will burn for 5 minutes. But in the early days, it's loaded. Instead of detonating, it deflagrates. In those days, they use it to blast boulders. They will just put the cap, load it in different holes, do mud capping, go by the side, especially for gemstone in those days. It shatters, they will be able to pick their crystals all around and they will look around. The throw is very highly controlled because there is no kick, no serious kick coming from the detonating fuse. After that one, we go to detonating cord, which I've spoken about before. Precision timing and control blast. That's when you don't use your relay detonators to control it at the edges of your firing lines. The most important thing in blasting. If you take it wrongly, then the whole blasting will be messed up. The moment you get your firing line right, and messages goes to the right, to the left, and you now control at each junctions with relay detonator, that helps your timing. And you should have your blast like this. It should come in heaps. Your blast should not go scattered. If it does, you are going to lose a lot. Either in cement industry, anywhere, even granitic rock. Because I know of granite industry where the PSI, the polished stone value of the stone is so important. Therefore, when you throw everything away, you may not be getting the right mix. In cement industry, you have, I think, 3 or 4 oxides that are important. The calcium oxide itself, the calcium carbonate, you have the silica, you have the alumina, and you have one other one. Limestone, coral, dolomite, all this one gives you the oxide of calcium. Silica, you take that one from either shale, clay, or even white sand. Alumina comes from bauxite. I've forgotten the fourth one, please pardon me. Therefore, you have all these things. When you blast, if you don't have a controlled blast and you have everything thrown away, you will have serious problem in your raw mill, because the raw mill